Hey Leo, welcome to your weekly reading. If this is your first time here, my name is Laura and I'm from babycurltarot.com. Keep in mind this message is for any Leo placement you want to check in on, including any planet or astrological house that may be in Leo. Whatever it is, you are welcome here. Also, Leos, if you do enjoy the reading, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. Let's go ahead and get into your reading with this card here in the center. It says, remember who you are, culture, resilience, beliefs. Okay. I like it. What else do we have? We have the North Node, the placement of destiny. Okay, the North Node is currently in Taurus as I'm recording this. And we have the first house of self. So this is the house of your physical body, your outlook, self-image, life philosophy, consciousness, opinions, awakening, self-awareness, expression, okay, how people see you, essentially. This is how you present to the world, right? Interesting. I think Sagittarius got a similar vibe on their bonus reading a week or so ago. A lot of you guys may be connecting deeply to your culture, to family beliefs, traditions, something of that nature, and it could show itself in the way that you present yourself. So the way you dress, do your makeup, do your hair. It'll be a number of things, but it feels like this also could have to do with branding as well. Lately I've been seeing the first house as branding. So if you are a social media guru, celebrity, influencer, whoever, spokesperson, you could be heavily focusing on turning your branding towards focused towards your culture or something that makes you very unique. Okay, so keep that in mind as well, and that can relate to like companies and brands that you also associate yourself with. Okay, let's get into these last two cards and see what else we have. Ooh, building blocks. Okay, what's the last card? Poised. Oh, I like that. I like this a lot. So it feels like there is a foundation here that is currently being built by you guys. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with branding. Now, branding can be, you know, what we think of when we see influencers or companies and things like that. But it can also play out in our own personal everyday life, right? It can play out in the way that, like I said, we dress, we wear jewelry, so on and so forth. But it feels like this is kind of a new beginning. This is a fresh start for you in terms of how you present yourself to the world, how people see you, okay? And I love that this is kind of the beginning. You're starting to put these little building blocks together to build this complete and whole vision for yourself for the future. I love it. All right, let's get into the tarot and see what you guys need to know. Spiritual team, Sugar Skull Tarot, what messages do you have for the Leo Collective for the next 7 days? Messages do you have for the Leo Collective for the next 7 days? Okay, let's see. Come here. All right, we have Two of Swords, the World in reverse, 10 of Swords, okay. Hanged Man reversed, King of Swords. What's at the bottom of the deck? Okay, we got the Five of Wands. Let's scoot these a little closer. The Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Cups reversed. All right. Okay, got a lot of wand energy here at the bottom of the deck, which tells me things are about to heat up and spice up for you very soon. Okay, let's get into it. So, right off the bat with the Two of Swords, this tells me that this is there's some like issue or, you know, okay, so the best way I can put it was be like, if there was a specific issue related to your culture or like the country that you come from, and you may have been like afraid to speak up about it in public because you don't want to make people upset. Maybe it's a really controversial topic. Okay, just an example, but you could have like kind of you could have been on more of the quiet side, not something you really want to bring up and share with people, or like share your opinion and perspective on it. Maybe you don't feel like people would care. Maybe you don't feel like it would be accepted or received very well. But it feels like a lot of people, with the World card in reverse, is could be a lot of people like looking to you. Either they're looking to you to say something, to speak up on something, or the world is highly focused on something that you are connected to in some way, right? So it feels like the world has kind of shifted its focus a little bit, okay? But I feel like more of this is an issue coming to you. It's falling into your lap and you're unsure of how to go about it and how to speak about it. I see you needing to choose your words very carefully too with the King of Swords. And it's right underneath this Poised card, which is very interesting to me. This means that for some of you, you may need to work with like a PR person, someone who can like write a speech for you. So that way you don't miss any points, or your points on this particular subject aren't taken out of context, especially if you're not like the strongest writer or speaker. This may be something good to look into. Someone who can help you like write out a speech or some sort of content that's really well put together, with a lot of great information, solid facts, figures, whatever the case is. The Ten of Swords feels like this is kind of a crisis in some way. Okay, whatever's happening. I don't feel like this is something that's particularly happening to you personally though, but it does feel like it hits very close to home. Does that make sense? Again, it feels like it could be like a world or a country, like a world issue or a country issue or a culture issue that is very near and dear to your heart, and it's very hard for you to stop thinking about it. I mean, it hurts. That's the best way I can describe it. Does that make sense? This is something that's very painful for you to talk about. And I feel like you keep getting called to talk about it or discuss it or, you know, stand up for it in some way. And Spirit is really urging you to keep considering it, and not only consider it, but find a way to go about it, speak about it, and share information and get people to, you know, listen. Okay, because you could have a really unique perspective on this that maybe other people aren't able to share, that I think would be super important for people to hear, okay? Again, this is just a very specific example, but it could be related to a number of things. So take the energy with what I'm trying to say here and explain, and fit it into your own personal life. If there is a situation that feels similar to this, energetically speaking, hopefully the message will resonate and help you kind of work through that as well. I'm just giving like a very specific type of explanation for what I'm seeing and feeling. Okay. This could also have to do with, let's say you work at a company that does business with like a certain company or country, okay, that is in some hot water potentially right now, or they do things that are not, you know, ethical. Might be a really good time for you to speak up and bring this to the attention of higher ups so they can make a decision on whether they want to keep partnering with a company or place, okay, like this. Oh, that's another one. Now what I see here with the Five of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the King of Wands, woo, so much passion, so much energy. For some of you, you could literally be leading a protest with this Ace of Wands. Okay, the Five of Wands can talk to me about fighting for rights as well. This can talk about getting out there and putting boots to the ground. I mean, being a leader with the Seven of Wands for sure. And the King of Wands together. You could be a spokesperson for this issue. You could be the leader of some sort of organization, organized protest, organized petition. Okay, you could be out knocking on doors, talking to people about this. You could be going to your city council, your I don't know, the Senate, the House of Congress, for all I know. I could be, I don't know, know who you guys are. You could be really big people for all I know. But this feels super important and it feels super passionate, and there's definitely a leadership and action-oriented energy associated with this. All of these 4 cards right here, right? And I feel like for you, your biggest focus is getting other people who may not completely understand the situation, or they may not identify with this issue or culture, and you're trying to get these Knight of Cups people in the reverse to flip over into the upright position so that they can walk with you and they can be passionate about this too, and they can take interest in this and you know, find compassion for a group of people or community or whoever. That is what it is that you are looking to do. You're looking to reach the hearts of these Knight of Cups people who don't know what's going on, or they're not sure of what side to take, or, you know, what to really feel about it. They're not really, you know, they're kind of on the fence. They could go either way. Those are the people that you are trying to reach and trying to get, you know, fired up about this. That's what I feel. It's very, it's fiery, it's passionate, and it's action oriented, which I love. This Ace of Wands is all about taking action. And I feel that for you guys. I feel like you are stepping up to the plate and batting for people who can't bat for themselves with this 5 of Wands. You're in there fighting for all of those people who don't have a voice, who don't have rights, who don't have whatever. That's the type of energy I'm getting. Now, again, this could be different for all of my Leos. This is a general reading, so it could speak to a number of different things for you guys, but it feels like this week really brings it home for you and makes it really personal, whatever this is, Leos. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the final deck of the reading. Now, Leos, keep in mind whatever messages come from this deck could be related, could be completely unrelated to what it is we've been talking about so far. It's just additional things you need to know. All right, spiritual team, Tea Leaf Oracle deck, what final messages do you have for the Leo collective for the next 7 days? What final messages do you have for the Leo collective? I got 1 here. Let's take a look at this half of the deck, if I can get all the cards up. Spiritual team, Tea Leaf Oracle, what final messages do you have for the Leo collective for the next 7 days? What final messages do you have for the Leo collective? Oh my gosh, that's a lot. All right, let me get down here and see what fell. Okay, let's get into it. Got a couple of interesting cards from what I can see, and my OCD will act up if I don't fix these, so I do apologize. All right, good enough. All right, little noise disturbance, let's get into it. So we have the bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Okay, I like this. So the building blocks for me could also talk about you figuring out ways to help, right? So you may not know what to do, but you go on this deep hunt or investigation to find ways that you can help people on the other side of the world or within a very specific community, and get people to join in helping you, whether that's through like donations or volunteer work, whatever the case may be. We also have the Seahorse, family matters. Yeah, that's what I felt. This feels community, family related. Doesn't have to necessarily be your family that's involved in this, but it's a community that feels very close to home. It's probably like a community that your family grew up in, right? So we also have the Caterpillar, things will not always be this way, a change is coming. That's good to know, okay? Especially if this is something that's really disheartening, that change can be made. Change can be enacted, and possibly it starts with you, Leos. What else? We have the grapes. Time to go out and have fun. Okay. So again, this kind of goes back to, for me, expressing yourself, whether that's creatively through the way you dress, through the way that you speak. Could be a number of ways. It could be going out and, you know, talking to people at their doors about this issue, or about, you know, something that you're just very passionate about in general. It's time to get out there and express yourself and do what my Leos know how to do best, and that is socialize, have fun, and get people to have fun with you or get engaged with you. What else? We have the clouds, temporary problems. Okay. Again, that goes back to overcoming the problem and a change is coming. So I do like that. We have the Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Okay. Again, successfully overcoming a problem. I don't see this as being a problem for very long because all of the cards here are telling me you're gonna succeed. We also have the Rose, romance is in the air. Okay, some of you guys may have some romance in there as well. Okay, that's fun. And I miscounted all my cards, and then we have an extra one. So let's get into this final card here. Let me just move these over a little bit. Finally, we have the Bow. You are highly thought of. Amazing. So this goes to show you, again, that you have influence over this. You have kind of an influencer status. People will listen to you. People will be drawn to you when you talk about this type of stuff. So, you know, for you to sit here and think, oh, nobody would listen to me, I think you have more power than you realize, Leos, okay? You can probably reach more people than people who are on the ground fighting this, you know, in person. I think you have a little bit more pull than you realize. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom of each of these piles. On this half, we have the Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. That's amazing. That is amazing. So more opportunities for your voice to be heard, more opportunities for this community that you may be fighting for, or a company, okay? Again, take what resonates. It doesn't all have to be the same situation. At the bottom of this half, we have the Flying Bird, news is on the way. Okay, some of you guys could be hearing about this situation this week. Some of you guys could be getting news about something that maybe you have been fighting for regarding this for some time. You're finally getting some news on that. All right, Leos, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. This was a dynamic, fabulous, incredible reading, very unique. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. If you want to see more content from me, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, I have a blog. All that info and where to find me is below in the description box, as is my website if you want to schedule a personal reading with me. As always though, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week and I hope to see you next time. Bye!